Hi and welcome to my December review. This month we have a few oppositions and a few squares, so it's quite a challenging month, as well as the fact that we have Mars in retrograde motion. Now, Mars is in your ninth house, and there's an aspect from Venus, an opposition. Venus is also making a positive aspect to Saturn, which in turn makes an aspect to Mars. So we have a triangle here, and this aspect between Venus and Saturn can help you understand what you need to do and how you need to attune to your retrograde Mars. Now with Mars in the ninth house, which it is for you, then it's a good time to align yourself with your higher purpose and also to respect the beliefs of others. So there could be some challenges coming over the next few weeks regarding your beliefs, but you need to align yourself with your highest purpose and use that Mars energy to achieve this. On the 2nd, we have an opposition between Pluto and the Black Moon Lilith. Now, Pluto is god of the underworld, and he's sitting in the 4th house, which is the house of the past. So the things could come up in the past at this time. Now, the challenge is also because you've got the Black Moon Lilith in the 10th house of career and destiny. So again, you need to be squeaky clean. Really, you need to make sure that your public standing isn't affected by anything at this time. Now, if you take the positive side of this aspect, then you could enhance your relationships with authority figures and co-workers at this time, and also boost your public standing. But on a negative side, if there are things that are wrong, if there are things that are false or untrue, then these will be highlighted by this aspect, and you will need to address them very quickly indeed. Now on the 3rd, we have an aspect between the Sun and Chiron. Chiron's in your 7th house of relationships. This is an ideal time to heal any rifts within your personal relationships and make good. On the 4th, we have Neptune making an aspect with Venus and also moving direct. So this is great news because Neptune's been retrograde for some time, and if you've been working on the retrograde lessons, which is learning to be more sensitive and compassionate to others, especially in everyday life, because it's in your 6th house, then you'll start to reap the benefits of this. Also, with Venus making that aspect, it will inspire your creativity. Venus is in the 3rd house of the mind, so your mind will be inspired with imagination. Also, maybe a time when you may have unusual dreams or messages coming through from the unconscious. Then on the 8th, we have our full moon. Now the full moon for you is in Gemini, your fellow air sign. It's in the 9th house. So the last couple of weeks has been devoted to getting tasks done and doing jobs and completing things. Now it's time to turn your attention to having some fun and adventure. With Gemini, full moon, it could be on a whim that you decide to do something more exciting, something that you can learn by, something that you can enjoy yourself with. But we also have an opposition. Mars is opposite the Sun at this full moon, so you need to make sure you go with your instinct and not get easily overpowered or easily led. Chance for opportunities between the 9th and 12th, because we have Venus making an aspect to Jupiter in the 6th house. This is the area of work, so there could be opportunities coming up within your work or your daily routines. And then Saturn making a positive aspect to the Sun on the 12th. There's also a good time to look for new and exciting things. This is the house of creativity, so also put your mind to creative use. With Saturn, it'll give you the discipline as well to get things organised. And then the 14th finds a more difficult aspect with the Sun making a square to Neptune. Now Neptune being in the house of health, there could be some health things that come up on this day. You may feel a bit under the weather, you may lose vitality, or there may be a mystery illness you pick up for a day or so. An interesting combination on the 15th with Mercury making an aspect to Chiron, but also to the South Node and to Cupido. So this is a time when someone from the past may come back and may resurface. And this could be someone that catches you slightly off guard now and upsets the apple cart a little bit. Because the South Node is always about drawing you back to the past, the familiar, the known. So this is a time when you need to look to the North Node and the future, and to look for different things. Don't be afraid to go forward in a new direction. The North Node is the area of unfamiliarity, of unknown, uncharted waters. So make sure you're pushed towards that way, and don't go back to the past. The past is nothing new to teach you. Then on the 17th we have Mars making a positive aspect to Chiron. This is a great time to overcome any challenges. Remember, Mars is in that 9th house of adventure. This is a time you can overcome challenges to make sure your dreams come true, and you can indulge in your passions. And also it's a great time for healing any issues related to your beliefs. On the 19th, Venus makes the same aspect that Mercury did, and feelings of past love or desires will come flooding back with this, and it may be as a result of the person resurfacing, or there may just be feelings that come connected with Venus. Now, on the 21st, we have a much better opportunity to push forward. This may be the kick that you need, because not only is it the winter solstice, a day of celebration, it's also square between the Sun and Jupiter. Now, Jupiter rules the 9th house, that's where Mars retrograde is, so this could be an opportunity to kickstart those dreams and those adventures that you've been thinking about for so long now. On the 22nd, the Sun moves into Capricorn and joins Mercury, Venus, Pluto, and then the Moon on the 23rd, because there's a new moon in Capricorn on the 23rd. Now, this is a moon of ambition, of drive. It's in your 4th house, which is also a cardinal house. This is a house of action, so it's time to put things into action. If there's anything you need to do around the home, whether it's decorating or repairs or anything you need to do, it's time to do it now. Get on and do it over the next couple of weeks. And also, this applies to your long-term future. Make your intentions known now. Set them down, write them down, make a memo board or something to set these in stone, because your future now is at hand, and you need to decide what it is you want to do and envisage where you want to be going forward. So, very important day on 23rd, not only because of the new moon, but because Chiron moves direct, and Chiron's been retrograde for some time now. So this is a time part of you can now be restored or revised in some way, and you'll feel more whole, more complete. And if you've done work within your relationships during the retrograde period, then you'll gain the benefit from these now, and this will be a good period with your relationship. Between the 24th and the 23rd, Mercury and Venus make aspects to the newly direct Neptune, so your imagination, your desires will be stimulated here. Then on the 29th, Mercury goes retrograde. This is for 3 weeks, so this may scupper your plans a little bit, but it's a good time to reflect and think about what you've been wondering about your future. It's time to just take stock, so to speak. It's also time to make sure all things around the home area are shored up and done properly. Then on the 31st, we have the fantastic aspect of Venus conjunct Pluto. Now, this brings incredible intensity, desire and passion into your life. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month when we're going to look at the year ahead.